Bible Characters, Genesis Series 5, Part 1, Melchizedek. Melchizedek, mentioned in the Bible in Genesis chapter 14, verse 18 to 20, was a mysterious figure described as the king of Salem and a priest of the Most High God, who offered bread and wine to Abraham after a battle and received a tithe from him. In the New Testament, particularly in the book of Hebrews, Melchizedek is often interpreted as a prefigurement of Jesus Christ due to his unique role as both king and priest. What are the key points about Melchizedek? Meaning of his name. Melchizedek translates to King of Righteousness. His role. He is depicted as a priest king of Salem, likely Jerusalem, who blessed Abraham after a battle. Significance in the New Testament. The book of Hebrews draws parallels between Melchizedek and Jesus, highlighting Jesus' eternal priesthood as a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. There is no information about Melchizedek's age when he died because he is a figure in the Hebrew Bible and the Bible doesn't specify his age at death. The explanation. Melchizedek was the king of Salem and a priest of El Elyon, the Most High God. He is first mentioned in Genesis chapter 14, verse 18 to 20. In this passage, Melchizedek brings bread and wine and blesses Abram. In the Bible, the priesthood of Melchizedek refers to a high priestly order mentioned in Genesis, where Melchizedek, the king of Salem, is described as a priest of the God Most High, considered a type or prefigurement of Jesus Christ. Melchizedek is described as a priest of God Most High, considered a type or prefigurement of Jesus Christ due to his status as a king priest with an eternal priesthood, unlike the Levitical priesthood, which was passed down through lineage. The term is primarily used in the book of Hebrews to explain Jesus' unique position as a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. Key points about the priesthood of Melchizedek. Biblical reference. Melchizedek is mentioned in Genesis chapter 14, verse 18. Where he meets Abraham after a battle and blesses him with bread and wine. The meaning of his name, as earlier mentioned, it translates to King of Righteousness, or my King is righteousness. Interpretation in Hebrews. The book of Hebrews extensively discusses Melchizedek, arguing that Jesus is the ultimate high priest in the order of Melchizedek, signifying an eternal, unchanging priesthood. What do the Latter-day Saints perceive, or what is their perspective on Melchizedek? In the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Melchizedek priesthood is considered a higher priesthood authority representing the power of Jesus Christ and is separate from the Aaronic priesthood. According to the Bible, Melchizedek teaches us about the importance of a life dedicated to God, demonstrating a unique combination of kingly authority and priestly service, where he blesses Abraham, signifying a higher power and acting as a type or foreshadowing of Jesus Christ, who is also described as a priest after the order of Melchizedek, signifying an eternal priesthood without beginning or end. The key lessons include recognizing and submitting to a higher authority, serving God with humility, and understanding that true leadership involves both spiritual and earthly responsibility. What are the key points about Melchizedek? A mysterious figure. The Bible provides very little information about Melchizedek's lineage or life history, highlighting his mysterious nature and focusing on his role as a priest king, a type of Christ. Because of his unique position as a king priest, Melchizedek is seen as a prefigurement of Jesus Christ, who is also described as a priest king with an eternal priesthood. Blessing Abraham. Melchizedek blessed Abraham, demonstrating his higher authority and acknowledging Abraham's God as the Most High God. Symbol of righteousness and peace. His name Melchizedek translates to King of Righteousness and King of Peace, King of Shalom, reflecting his role as a representative of God's goodness. What lessons do we learn from Melchizedek? Recognize and submit to higher authority. By acknowledging Melchizedek's position and receiving his blessing, Abraham demonstrated the importance of recognizing and submitting to those who represent God's authority. Live a life of righteousness and peace. Melchizedek's title, King of Righteousness, King of Peace, King of Shalom, encourages us to strive for a life that reflects God's character. Serve God with humility and generosity. Melchizedek's act of blessing Abraham, even though Abraham was a powerful leader, shows the value of serving others with humility and generosity. Understand the eternal nature of God's priesthood. The way Melchizedek's priesthood is depicted as without beginning or end foreshadows the eternal nature of Jesus' priesthood. What is the Melchizedek priesthood? Those who have this priesthood lead the church and administer such ordinances as naming and blessing children, healing the sick, and giving the gift of the Holy Ghost, the gift of the Holy Breath, the gift of the Holy Fire to newly baptized members. The name of Melchizedek priesthood comes from a great high priest who lived during the time of the prophet Abraham. What is the real name of Melchizedek priesthood? The actual name of the priesthood is the Holy priesthood after the order of the Son of God, the holy priesthood after the order of the Son of Man, the holy priesthood after the holy order of the Son of Yahweh. But to avoid the too frequent repetition of the name of the deity, it is called by other names, particularly the Melchizedek priesthood. That is, it is the same authority held by that righteous king and high priest, according to Genesis chapter 14, verse 18. This is her honor, the lady prophetess, Professor Smanya Abigail Carroll, PhD at